Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Hope you had an amazing Christmas day. So this video is going to be about how you can set goals for 2021. Now, I feel like I'm a broken record because I talk about this all of the time, but I do believe personally that if you don't have a goal and you don't have a plan that's going to get you to your goal, all that you essentially end up doing is you end up standing still. And who wants to stand still, right? Everybody wants to move forward. So for this video, I've invited some of my friends from the UK Money Bloggers community to give their top tips on how to set goals for 2021. We've actually created a series of 3 videos designed to help you. This first one's going to be on goals. We've got one on budgeting. We've also got one on money-making apps to use in 2021 as well. So I will link those in the description below. Make sure you go and check those out. But I'm going to introduce you to the guys very, very briefly. They're going to give you my tips. They're going to come back to me, and I'm going to give you my final thoughts that I believe are going to help you. So with that being said, let's go.
Hi, I'm Andy Webb from the BeCleverWithYourCash.com blog and the Andy Clever Cash channel here on YouTube. Basically, regular videos about personal finance, helping you make the most from your money. So my top tip for setting a goal for 2021, whether it's financial or not, it applies to any goal that you're setting, is to remember that things can change. What you're thinking about right now, the thing that might be most relevant to you for what you want to achieve and where you currently are when you're setting that goal, might not be where we are in a month's time, 3 months' time, 6 months' time, whatever it might be. And be okay with that. Be aware that you might want to adapt these goals. So you need to make sure when you set this goal for 2021, whatever it might be, or however many there are, that you review this on a regular basis. Now, it could be that it requires a checkup every month. It might be you only need to look at it every quarter. Maybe it's just check in again on the summer. It depends exactly what it is you're trying to achieve. But do that. Set some time in your diary now to review it. Look at it, see how well you're doing, see whether it's still a realistic thing that you want to achieve, or whether actually your priorities are completely different now. If they haven't changed at all, great. Keep going, keep getting at it. But if things have moved on, well then find out what are the ways you might want to adapt this goal. And potentially, don't be afraid of scrapping it as well. If it's no longer relevant to you and what you want to achieve and something else has come along, and let's face it, 2020 had so much change and so much turmoil that who knows what 2021 is going to bring us. We could see this thing again. If it is completely different, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. But go through that same process. Really, what you can't do is just set it now at the start of the year and then ignore it until a year's time and you're setting a goal for 2022. That's not going to work. Good luck with your goal setting. As I say, it's Andy Clever Cash here on YouTube. So do please check out my channel for more of the kind of videos that are going to help you every single week with your personal finance.
Hi, this is Sujiti from The Subtle Investor. So my one tip for setting goals for 2021 would be to really project yourself into the future in December 2021 and honestly ask yourself, what sort of achievements would make your future self think, yes, 2021 was a great year, and then work backwards to set monthly strategies in place. I feel that setting smaller monthly goals can really help to achieve something bigger. For example, say your goal is to pay down a total amount of debt by £10,000 by end of the year. You can start this off by thinking, what sort of debt payment strategies would you use to pay down your debt? For example, would you be using debt avalanche method or debt snowball method? Once you have decided on that method, calculate how much money you would potentially need to put away every month to reach that goal. Some months would be definitely harder than other months because you may have a lot of birthdays and anniversaries coming together. So plan ahead to decide on which months you can actually put a bit more money in to compensate for the other months. Basically, think of your goals as winning a challenging game and strategize to make it happen.
Hi, my name is Anna and I run the channel Panda Boss about personal finance and becoming financially independent. My one top tip on how to set your goals in 2021 would be to know your why. So it's all well and good having a goal, for example, I want to save this amount of money. But why? What is the underlying reason for that? Is it to pay the mortgage so that you can be financially independent? Is it for another reason? Whatever the reason is, stick up reminders of that reason all around you, whether it's setting your phone backgrounds or your laptop backgrounds or even sticky notes around your apartments to remind you of your goal. Sticking to your goals is so much easier when you keep remembering exactly why you are trying to achieve them. As an example, for me, the majority of my financial goals are because I want to be financially independent and move to Poland. So all of my backgrounds are set to things like the land that I own in Poland or my house project plan and stuff like that. So I am constantly reminding myself of stuff like this. And I know that if I stray from my goals and spend the money that I haven't budgeted on something else, that this is taking away from, how quickly I can achieve that financial independence.
Hi Pete, and thanks for inviting me to your channel. For most of you that have got no idea who I am, my name's Gary. I run a channel called Free Your Finance where I talk about investing, property and financial independence. So I was asked what would be my one tip on setting goals in 2021. The first thing that came to my mind was setting a SMART goal. SMART stands for specific, measurable, achievable, realistic and time-bound. Let's just quickly run through each of those. So specific, lay out what it is you would like to do. By making a clear goal, it's much easier to reach. Rather than saying, I would like to start saving money, why not say, from January, I'm going to save £50 a month every time I get paid. Measurable. By tracking your progress, it helps keep you motivated on reaching your goal. Some ways of measuring your progress include spreadsheets, mobile apps and colouring charts. Achievable. Don't set goals that are so impossible for you to reach. I know it's often said, why don't you reach for the stars? But if your goal is too hard to reach, you've got much more chance of giving up. Realistic. Make sure your lifestyle allows you to reach your goal. For example, if you're currently earning £2,000 a month, it's very unrealistic that you're going to be able to save £4,000 a month. Of course, you can increase your income streams, but make the goal realistic at the time when you set it. Time bound. By working to a deadline, it can massively increase your chances of hitting your goals. A common deadline in the financial world is someone's FIRE number. If you were anything like me at school, I'd get a bit of homework set just before the summer holidays. I'd spend the whole summer holidays doing anything but the homework. And then on the final day, I'd get that homework still completed. This is because the task was time bound. Your SMART goal can be updated and amended as you progress through your journey. I wish you the best of luck on all your financial goals and hopefully I'll speak to you soon.
All right, okay, so some really great tips there, guys. And I think as a final word for me, I do want to encourage you guys to make sure that you're being extremely clear with the kind of goals that you're setting. And what do I mean by that? I mean by making sure that you set a goal that has some personal, intrinsic, internal value to you. Now, typically when people set goals, there are intrinsic drivers and there are extrinsic drivers. What do I mean by that? So intrinsic drivers are things that give you personal satisfaction. So when you're setting your goal, is it something that means something to you that either allows you to achieve something personally or allows you or gives you the sense of personal growth? Extrinsic values or drivers are things that are outwardly received or outwardly perceived. And that could be as simple as making sure that you want to, or having a goal that says, I want to have X amount in money. I get this all of the time. Ask questions, what do you want to achieve? Where do you want to be in 5 years' time? People say, well, I want to be a millionaire. Okay, but what does that actually mean? Being a millionaire doesn't necessarily mean that you achieve an intrinsic goal. So you need to think about what that actually means to you. Is there personal gratification in you achieving and setting this goal? This is really important, guys, because when things get really difficult, and things will be difficult as you set your goals and you're trying to work towards them, if all you set are extrinsic drivers or extrinsic goals that mean nothing to you personally, you are going to just fold and just give up, and it's not going to make any difference to you. What will keep you going is your internal personal driver towards said goal. So please, when you're sitting down to look at your goals, ask yourself, does this actually mean something to me personally? Does it add towards my personal development? Is there any personal gratification that I'm going to get from it? If the answer is yes, then that is a great goal. If the answer is, well, actually, no, it doesn't really mean much to me, but it will make me look good in front of others, then that's an extrinsic goal. That is not something that you should be driving towards, because it's not going to give you any fulfillment. Fulfillment is really important. And guys, we're 3-4 days away from the new year. This is the perfect time to sit down, set some goals, and formulate a plan so that this time next year, you're in a much better place than where you are right now. I've got my goals. I will challenge you. What are yours for 2021? I can't wait to see you guys in the new year. There's a whole host of stuff that I got planned, and I'm really, really excited. But again, thank you so much for your support, for pulling me through this year, and over 10,000 subscribers. Couldn't have done it without you. Thank you so much. I'll see you in the new year.